Alright, so it is me. I'm starting early. Are you not gonna let me start early? I feel like they don't want to let me start early. Yeah, I felt like they wasn't trying to let me start early, but it was probably just me. Alright, so we're dealing with the age of Aquarius. So this is not about a particular person. This is about a time. So I'm using zodiac cards, astrology cards, and the other cards that I am using is the Angel Tarot. So this is probably gonna be a weird read. Outside of that, the bones, and you already know it is me, NBT SKY. So first off, let's look at the numbers in the situation and some of the majors. So we got Aquarius, right? That breaks down to 35 and 8. And 8 brings you into Mars, fire energy, that war kind of energy. Now when we're dealing with Aquarius or the Aquarius energy, this is a lot of communication, a lot of thought, and the ability to freely communicate. But this is going to be a time period of deep thinkers, aggressive thinkers, people who have aggressive speech, and so on and so forth. Outside of that, during this time period, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but you might see a raise in like let's say, you know, in the body of lower legs, calves, ankles, electrical impulses in the nervous system, the circulatory system, and so on and so forth. You might see a raise in that, and if you pay attention to how time and cycles go, you'll see that there's time periods where there's a cluster of this issue or a cluster of that issue or a cluster of that issue, but this may occur a little bit more than usual. Outside of that, so we have the major, which is the star, right? So the star is always talking about, not always, but it discusses luck. So, well, not luck, but hopes, wishes, dreams, aspirations, so on and so forth. You see how I try to come from the mind? Now, some of the cards that come up under Aquarius generally, right? We got the King of Swords, which generally is you know, air, fire energy, and then you have a Capricorn, which is Capricorn. It also comes up as Capricorn Aquarius, depending on how you study the cards. You have the Knight of Cups, and then you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Seven of Swords. If they come out in a date, they come out. If they don't, then we're just gonna leave it like that. But anyway, we still got the bones to throw. So regardless of the fact, we're gonna see. Today we throwing the bones on the cards because I'm just dealing with a time period. I'm not focused on a particular thing. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's see what comes out for Aquarius. I was generally going to go and pull all the cards. You know, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the cards and throw the bones at the same time. So, y'all know how this go with me, right? Y'all know. We looking for the heirs. So, y'all know I'm not cheating on the pull. We looking for the King of Swords right now. Who else we looking for? We looking for the Knight of Cups. We got the star, so we're going to throw it right there. Let's see who's coming up next. Yeah, I know I could be the worst with this. We got, where you at? Where you? We don't have you over there. No, no, no. We need that one. We don't need that one. Who else we need? Just to give people some time to get over here anyway. Where you at, Holmes? Did we go past that? No, I don't think so. Right. You see how this is gonna be a pain? Alright, we got one. Who else we need? We need the 5. Where you at? We got 5 right there. What else we need? We need the good old... I probably passed them, but we need the Knight of Cups. Which I'm sure that I just passed. I know how this go. There you go. So you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we missing somebody? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we got them all out here. You gotta pull them out the deck. So, first off, the way this deck is, it comes with its own conversation on top of the fact that, you know, the general meaning of the cards. So, first off, when you're dealing, mind you, the names in bold are the archangels associated. So, for the star, this is not the general meaning, this is according to this deck. Clemency and equilibrium protects against attacks in the courts. Which is interesting because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of communication and all of that going on, right? That's what this archangel is said to protect. So now we get into this King of Swords energy. This, you know, the kings usually are, it's suit plus fire, but in this case, you know, other systems say Capricorn, Aquarius energy. So you got this creative, intellectual energy that's gonna come with this King of Swords that pushes behind. Mind you, remember this is gonna be an intellectual time, and so there's gonna be a lot of aggressive energy involved, right? And so you have victory. Victory grants victory and protection from lightning. Now we already seen storms and storm systems coming, and we just getting in here, right? Anyway, and we got I'm gonna throw the bones on here to see what we get. So we got the 7 of Swords, which is when you know, a lot of backstabbing kind of energy involved. It's not always nice, but it's upright, and y'all know I don't like to read in reverse. So in this case, it's knowledge of good and of evil. Appeases divine anger. Also, it cures epilepsy. This is the archangel associated with this, so please do not take this literal. This is the way the deck is designed. This deck can have a class by itself. Then you got the 5 of Swords. So you know the 5 of Swords is warish, is fighting, aggressive energy, right? But also in this deck is desire to know the acquisition of wisdom. Now we got the Knight of Cups that comes in here, which is alright because you know you're moving from Pisces into Aquarius, and so you're gonna have a little bit of that Piscean energy in there. And so you have what? Perception and revelation, discoveries, hidden treasures, reveal secrets of nature. Meanwhile, that's a lot of that going on right about now anyways. So let's see what the bones got to say about it, because I was going to go through the whole deck, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's really no reason for it because I'm doing a bone throw. So let's look at how this is going to go. What do I want to do? Alright, let me move move back so we get this bone though. Y'all see the bones. I'm not on the dish, so they might throw a little bit different, but y'all already see. There go one. Alright. So let's start at the star dealing with Aquarius. So what it's saying here, and this is outside of it, so it's not outside of the circle, but it's, let's look at the card towards the water. So first off, I'm not gonna say this is necessarily a discussion of the Earth's waters, but it should be a close look at it. Period. It's ancestral energy around these Earth's waters that is not being looked at. Period. Now, when you get over here with this King of Swords, it's verifying this super masculine energy. And in this super masculine energy, you know, when you're dealing with this kind of warish technology, communication, courts, law, blah, 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 blah. There is a masculine energy that is not, cannot be pulled by, you know, children and stuff like that. So there's going to be this masculine energy that shows no mercy. You may, it may be experienced in different aspects of our reality, but there will be disconnections. And also, when you know, you're discussing war, there's going to be a lot of men that's separated from children, a lot of masculine energies and boys and men that, you know, might have a problem. I don't, you know, I'm not in these warish areas, but that may be the case. Now, when we get down here to this Seven of Swords, alright. So, here we got dreams down. There's no connection. In other words, dreams, aspirations, that's not even a care in the world in this Seven of Swords energy. And then you have love, and then you have this still connected here, which is also verifying water energy and love. And it's going to take a whole lot of that to bring some balance throughout the life cycle of the Aquarius. This is going to bother different energies of different people, and therefore you have close ancestors. This is like spiritual and, you know, other ancestors, but you have your close ancestors. They not cool with this either. They not cool, and what's going on during it's gonna be a lot of loss during the age of Aquarius if we don't get it together. Now there's discussions in these bones about no movement, people not wanting to reveal certain secrets, no emotions attached at all. I move this, death. Not saying that this is all bad, but this is the type of, if there's no balance within the time or the age of Aquarius, it could get real mixy out here where things can be null and void. A lot of dark energy can be tapped into or risen up. And so here you got this fork here again, verifying this air energy, period. And the need to cut off ties when it comes to being destructive during the time of Aquarius, period. Now, in this Five of Swords, there's warning here. This is why we got the bell here. There's warning here. The memory bone is down because if people do not go back into time and into history and look at certain scenarios that are very similar and look at what the outcomes is like. So let's talk about, for instance, this potential World War III, which I don't even like to talk about, but let's talk about it. So you look at all the hell that broke loose during World War I, World War II, World War III, and then this warning bell is here, like whatever fight is currently going on in this time of Aquarius, this Aquarian energy is really not a good idea. Then you have this Knight of Cups, which is interesting because the feminine bone pops up. Now, in this, there will be this push of energy, or push of concepts, or push of ideas. This is a separation thing, though. Alright? to have women that push this concept of women overdote, or feminine energy overindulging in different areas of life. Period. We all human. We all have something that, gets on our nerves. But this can be pushed heavily during the age of Aquarius, because if you're looking at how this is coming down, you see how they separate it, right? So, also you'll find that there'll be a lot of older men scouting a lot of younger females during this time. Or, by a nice distance. Period. That has nothing to do with culture, religion, anything. It's just an energy that's being pushed. Now, during this time, it's going to be a lot of money cover-ups. And this energy where, there'll be little loss for great gains, and great losses for great gains, and so on and so forth. I'm going to throw the bones one more time. Matter of fact, no, I'm not. I want to see something. I want to look at the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups real quick. Yeah, so the energy can be warish if we can't all collectively get our vibes together. I'm holding the cards the wrong way, y'all. Right. So here we got this 9 of Wands, right? Universal medicine, elevation of the soul, in the revelation of mysteries. This is going to be talked about amongst great aggressive thinkers, whether they masculine or feminine. This is going to be a discussion amongst great thinkers and people who understand the mysteries of actual reality. It's going to take a lot of great communicators and great thinkers to keep the time of Aquarius in balance. Period. Meanwhile, of course, it leans on the masculine side, but you must understand that it's some of us females out here, we tap into our masculine principle, and we still carry and bring the mysteries and understandings also, and that can't be snatched. It has to be respected. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you have the Knight of Cups energy. So that's that young energy, full of love energy, sensitive energy. This is where it gets sticky, and this may be why a lot of elder men may gravitate naturally towards younger women, to protect that energy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now you have this Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles is a discussion of the gift of physical wealth, whether that's your physical, bringing life on the earth, money, your physical appearance, whatever it may be, cars, all of that good stuff, that's attached to it. And so this may be a primary focus or discussion of the feminine energy being distracted in that way. So, and overindulging in that way, which may create a slight disconnect. But I'm going to throw down one more for the star. The Chariot. So when you talk about in general tarot, right, you talk about the Chariot, it's talking about control. It's talking about, depending on how this falls, so I'm going to give it to you for all scenarios because I'm not reading on a particular subject. You could be pulled in multiple directions. It's a matter of being able to control the Chariot. But the Chariot also is a discussion of moving, traveling by car, so on and so forth. Alright, so according to this is perseverance and success in conflicts, overcoming adversity, which, as we can see, that has to happen at this time, especially when we're talking about the shenanigans that's going on. This can keep playing out during the time of the Aquarius because we in that energy, period. So we have to pay attention to it, especially if it continues to repeat. Anywho, moving right along, I might as well just throw another one down for all of them just to be fair. So where we at? 7 of Swords. I I didn't pick them up, so we're gonna just leave them there. The High Priestess, the Queen of Swords. So here you go. The deck verifying the air energy rule out here. Period. So we got this High Priestess and we got the Seven of Swords. So let's be mindful when we're talking about the King of Swords. We talk about the Nine of Wands, right? And then we come down here and we got this Seven of Swords, this betrayal kind of energy, thievery kind of energy, robbery kind of energy, and then the High Priestess energy, which is, you know, one who has the ability to tap into the hidden secrets, the unknown. There's things that she knows that no one else is going to know. That's hidden. So this is what? Success, protection from magistrates. Alright? And then you have over here the Queen of Swords. Now, when you're dealing with the Queen of Swords, you're dealing with air, water type energy. So it's fair that it fell over here with the Knight of Cups kind of thing. But this is a more mature energy, right? Still a great thinker, but can be very harsh with the words, very harsh with the thought, and have this masculine movement with it. Now, this is a discussion of what ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Not saying that this is what it is in this situation, but I'm sure that if you're going into the spiritual community, this is going, people that spiritually tapped in and understand how the planets play out, how the vibration affects humanity. If they decide they're going to go into war, it's going to be a whole lot of spiritual groups of individuals gathering together, trying to pull it together. In real life, it's going to be a whole lot of meditation and trying to raise frequencies and all types of systems. If we, if we're going to come into the age of Aquarius, starting off in World War III of all things, and it does match the energy if you're looking at it in a numeric kind of way. Meanwhile, is it controllable? It is very controllable, but it's going to take great thinkers from within politics, outside of politics, in industry, outside of industry, to really get it together if they decide that they're going to tap into that energy in the time of Aquarius. I don't think this is a good idea for the time of Aquarius, but the time of Aquarius can be very rough, but it also can be balanced out in many ways. Anyway, that was the answer to the second question, because like I told y'all before, I had to ask because I didn't know what I wanted to read on, and so that was the second question I got. Leave your comments below because I'm getting off of this thing and I don't think I see y'all on here. But before I leave, so we can kick it, and y'all already know before I started that I did my majubas, my prayers, my good energies, and all of that. I'll let y'all look at it for a little bit. And I didn't send no notifications out either, but I'm sure that y'all will catch it anyway. Deuces, it is me, NBT Sky. I will talk to you all later. Smooches!